Have you ever wondered how Donald Trump, the man, the entrepreneur, the president, came to be? Born in the year 1946, the story begins in the bustling borough of Queens, New York. The son of a real estate developer father and a homemaker mother, Trump was born into a life of potential and opportunity. His upbringing, nestled in the heart of America's most iconic city, was a blend of hard work and discipline. His parents instilled in him values that would later shape his business acumen. His father's influence as a successful property developer was undoubtedly a significant factor in molding young Trump's view of the world. His education at the New York Military Academy further honed his leadership skills. It was an environment that fostered competitiveness, resilience, and a never-say-die attitude, traits that would later define his character. The foundation of Trump's persona was well laid during these formative years. The real estate world was not new to young Trump, who stepped into it with a head full of dreams and a heart full of ambition. Donald Trump's journey into the realm of real estate began with the influence of his father, Fred Trump, a successful property developer in his own right. However, before diving headfirst into the family business, Trump sought to broaden his knowledge and hone his skills, taking the path of higher education. In the mid-60s, he transferred from Fordham University to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania. This was no ordinary business school. Wharton was, and still is, one of the most prestigious business schools in the world. Trump graduated from Wharton in 1968 with a degree in economics, armed with a wealth of knowledge that would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. Upon graduation, Trump joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump & Son, where he gained hands-on experience in the real estate industry. He worked on numerous projects, learning the ropes from his father while also bringing his own unique perspective to the table. It wasn't long before Trump began to make his mark. In 1971, he took control of the company and rechristened it as the Trump Organization. This transformation marked the beginning of a new era, with Trump at the helm steering the company towards new heights. The Trump Organization began to make waves in the real estate world. Trump's first major success came with the revitalization of the Commodore Hotel, which was transformed into the Grand Hyatt. This project was a turning point, establishing Trump as a force to be reckoned with in the industry. The young businessman was on the rise, but little did he know, the best was yet to come. As the years rolled on, Trump continued to expand his empire, building a reputation as a shrewd yet flashy businessman, always ready for the next big venture. His formative years set the stage for a career marked by success, controversy, and an undeniable impact on the world of real estate and beyond. Trump wasn't just building buildings, he was building an empire. With the Trump Organization already established, it was time for the man himself to expand his horizons. The late 70s and early 80s saw Trump venturing into various fields, extending his influence and asserting his brand. It was during this time that Trump Organization began its foray into the world of casinos, hotels, and golf courses. Trump first dipped his toes into the casino industry in the early 80s with the opening of Harrah's at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. This marked the beginning of a new chapter in his business career. Over the years, the Trump Organization launched several other casinos, including the Trump Taj Mahal, which was billed as the eighth wonder of the world. His ventures were not restricted to just casinos. Trump's vision of luxury extended to hotels as well. The Trump International Hotel and Tower in Chicago and the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., are just two examples of the many high-end hotels under the Trump brand. These properties are known for their opulence, offering a level of luxury that has become synonymous with the Trump name. The golfing world, too, was not immune to the Trump touch. With over a dozen golf courses around the world, the Trump Organization has left an indelible mark on the sport. These courses, located in some of the most sought-after locations, are renowned for their design, their quality, and of course their brand. But the Trump brand didn't stop at just real estate and hospitality. It was a brand that was stamped on a plethora of products and properties. From Trump Steaks to Trump Vodka, from Trump University to Trump Magazine, the name Trump was everywhere. It was a name that was associated with success and luxury. It was a name that was instantly recognizable, a testament to Trump's branding prowess. And this branding wasn't limited to just products and properties. Trump himself became a brand. His flamboyant personality, his distinct style, his unapologetic approach to business, all contributed to the creation of the Trump brand. He was no longer just a businessman, he was a celebrity, a television personality, a symbol of luxury and success. His name became a marketing tool, a means of instantly adding value to a product or a property. The Trump empire was not just an empire of concrete and steel, it was an empire of brands and images, of luxury and success. It was an empire that extended beyond the confines of real estate, reaching into various sectors and industries. It was an empire that was built on the foundation of a single name: Trump. Trump had become a brand, a symbol of luxury and success. But the journey to the top was not without its share of controversies. As Trump's empire grew, so did the number of challenges. His business practices, for instance, have been the subject of much debate. Take the bankruptcies. Over the years, several of Trump's businesses have declared bankruptcy. Some critics argue that these bankruptcies show a pattern of failure, while others suggest they were strategic moves to protect his personal wealth. Regardless of the perspective, these financial bumps in the road stirred up a fair amount of controversy. Then there were the lawsuits. Trump has been involved in a staggering number of legal battles ranging from contract disputes to allegations of fraud. Many of these cases have been settled out of court, but they've nonetheless painted a picture of a businessman who is no stranger to litigation. And let's not forget his foray into reality television. With his catchphrase, "You're fired," Trump became a household name on The Apprentice. But his blunt, often abrasive on-screen persona also sparked controversy. Critics accused him of fostering a toxic work environment, while fans praised his no-nonsense approach to business. Perhaps most controversial of all, however, are Trump's public statements. His penchant for off-the-cuff remarks and his use of social media to communicate directly with the public have been both applauded and condemned. His comments have often been seen as divisive, and they've certainly added fuel to the fire of controversy that seems to perpetually surround him. But it's worth noting that controversy isn't necessarily a negative thing. In fact, some argue that it's been a key part of Trump's success. His ability to stay in the public eye, to keep people talking about him, has been a major factor in his rise to prominence. So yes, Donald Trump's journey to the top has been marked by controversy. It's been a bumpy ride filled with highs and lows, successes and failures. But love him or hate him, there's no denying that he's a figure who commands attention. Controversial or not, Trump was a figure who couldn't be ignored. From luxury skyscrapers to the high-stakes world of politics, Trump's ambition knew no bounds. In the early 2000s, Donald Trump began to dip his toes into the political waters. His first venture was a brief flirtation with running for president in the year 2000. Although he did not follow through, this marked the beginning of a new chapter in Trump's public life. As the years rolled on, Trump became more politically engaged. He regularly voiced his opinions on various issues, often stirring up controversy with his unfiltered and unapologetic rhetoric. His outsider status and brash style caught the attention of many, particularly those disillusioned with the political establishment. In 2015, Trump took a dramatic leap into the political arena. He announced his bid for the Republican nomination for the presidency of the United States. His campaign was as unconventional as the man himself. He ran on a platform of America First, promising to shake up Washington and put American interests above all else. Many saw his campaign as a publicity stunt, a farce even. The media, the political establishment, and the pundits all discounted his chances. But Trump, ever the showman, proved them wrong. He won the Republican nomination, beating out seasoned politicians and established figures in the party. Then came the main event, the 2016 presidential election. Against all odds, and to the shock of many, Trump won. His victory was a testament to his ability to tap into the frustrations and aspirations of millions of Americans. It was a stunning upset that sent shockwaves through the political world. In the blink of an eye, Trump's world had changed dramatically. He was no longer just a businessman or a reality TV star. He was the President of the United States, the most powerful person on the planet. Trump had traded the business boardroom for the Oval Office. The presidency was a role like none other, and it came with its own set of challenges and triumphs. Donald Trump's presidency kicked off on January 20, 2017, and it was clear from the beginning that his tenure would be anything but conventional. His administration was marked by a series of high-profile meetings, policy shifts, and unprecedented events that kept the world on its toes. One of the most notable moments of Trump's presidency was his historic meeting with North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un. This encounter was the first time a sitting U.S. president had met with a North Korean head of state. The two summits, one in Singapore in 2018 and another in Vietnam in 2019, were aimed at denuclearization and peace on the Korean peninsula. Though the meetings were groundbreaking, they did not result in any significant policy changes. On the domestic front, Trump's presidency was characterized by significant policy shifts. He rolled back many of Obama's policies, ushering in tax cuts, deregulation, and a hardline stance on immigration. His administration also saw the repeal of the individual mandate in the Affordable Care Act, a move that stirred considerable controversy. Trump's presidency was not without its trials. In December of 2019, the House of Representatives impeached him on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. This was in connection to a whistleblower complaint alleging that Trump had solicited foreign interference in the 2020 presidential election. However, in early 2020, the Senate acquitted him of these charges. Then came the COVID-19 pandemic, a global health crisis that posed an unforeseen challenge to leaders worldwide. Trump's handling of the pandemic was a topic of intense scrutiny and debate. Critics argued that his administration's response was slow and inadequate, while supporters praised his efforts to fast-track vaccine development through initiatives like Operation Warp Speed. Throughout his presidency, Trump's unconventional style and polarizing policies elicited strong reactions, both positive and negative. His use of social media as a primary communication tool was a departure from traditional presidential communication, leading to a constant stream of headlines and public discourse. Trump's presidency was a unique chapter in American history, marked by both significant accomplishments and controversial decisions. It was a period of intense polarization, with Trump's actions and policies often sparking heated debates across the nation. The presidency was a tumultuous chapter in Trump's life, one that would leave a lasting impact on the nation. So, what does the story of Donald Trump tell us? The narrative of Donald Trump is undeniably a journey of a man who wore many hats: a real estate tycoon, a television personality, and finally the 45th President of the United States. This transformation wasn't a mere shift of careers, but a testament of his ability to adapt, reinvent, and forge a path in uncharted territories. From a businessman, Trump built a real estate empire that sprawled across the globe. His knack for branding and his audacious approach to business became his trademark, etching his name onto skyscrapers, casinos, and golf courses. His ventures weren't always successful, but his ability to bounce back from failures and continue forging ahead is a testament to his resilience. His leap into the political sphere was met with surprise, skepticism, and a fair share of controversy. Yet he managed to resonate with a significant portion of Americans, ultimately leading to his election as president. His term was marked by a series of unconventional decisions, from foreign policy to handling national crises, which sometimes created division but also initiated conversations on various issues. The impact of Trump's presidency extended beyond the borders of the United States, influencing global politics, world economy, and international relations. His decisions had ripple effects, shaking up the status quo and challenging the norms of political discourse. But perhaps the most enduring part of Trump's legacy is the conversation he sparked, the questions he raised about the nature of politics, leadership, and the role of a president. His time in office stirred debates about policy, governance, and democracy itself, discussions that continue to reverberate in the halls of power, as well as in homes and workplaces around the world. Donald Trump, a man of many roles, continues to be a figure of fascination and controversy, leaving behind a legacy that will be debated for years to come.